Now you might be wondering why a perfectly reasonable chap like myself is suddenly talking about cars older than my grandmother. Well, it's because, unlike some of the plastic-wheeled atrocities they're churning out these days, these cars, they had soul, they had character. So buckle up because we're about to take a trip down memory lane to revisit 5 automotive legends that didn't just make history, they defined it. Today we'll explore 5 of the most iconic classic cars that have made history. Right then, let's start at the beginning, shall we? The dawn of the automobile era. And no, I'm not talking about some bloke in a shed bolting wheels to a bathtub. This was a time of innovation and dreams. I'm talking about the Ford Model T, the car that quite literally put America on wheels. It was a revolution on 4 wheels. Back in 1908, cars were about as affordable as a yacht full of caviar. They were a luxury for the rich and famous. Then Henry Ford came along with his Model T and said, right, everyone's having one. He had a vision to make cars accessible to the masses, and have one they did. Families, farmers, and everyday folks embraced this new mode of transport. Over 15 million of the blighters were produced, making it one of the best-selling cars of all time. It was simple, it was reliable, and most importantly, it was cheap as chips. It could handle the rough roads of the countryside with ease. It was the car for the everyman, and it changed the world. The Model T democratized travel and paved the way for the modern automotive industry. Next up, we've got a car so iconic it's practically got its own gravitational pull. The Volkswagen Beetle. Born in the heart of Germany, the Beetle was designed to be, and I quote, the people's car. And just like the Model T before it, it succeeded with flying colors. This was a car that was cheap to buy, cheap to run, and just plain fun to drive. The Beetle wasn't just a car, it was a cultural icon, a symbol of peace, love, and the open road. Now we're moving from the sensible to the sensational, from the practical to the downright cool. The Chevrolet Bel Air is not just a car, it's an icon, a rolling piece of art that captures the spirit of an era. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gents, because we're talking about the 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air, a car that didn't just drive, it glided. The car that made America fall in love with cars all over again. It was a masterpiece of design and engineering. Picture this, it's the 1950s. America's booming, suburbs are expanding, and the open road is calling. Elvis is shaking his hips, the king of rock and roll is on every radio, and everyone's cruising around in cars that look like they were designed by a rocket scientist with a penchant for chrome. The Bel Air stood out with its sleek lines and dazzling chrome accents. The Bel Air was all about style, a statement on wheels. Glamour and excess, it was a car that turned heads wherever it went. And frankly, I loved it. It was more than just transportation, it was an experience. It was the embodiment of the American dream, a symbol of freedom, prosperity, and the open road, and good old-fashioned rock and roll. The Chevrolet Bel Air wasn't just a car, it was a cultural phenomenon, a testament to an era of optimism and innovation. Ah, the Jaguar E-Type, now we're talking. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not just a car, it's a work of art. Even Enzo Ferrari called the E-Type the most beautiful car in the world. But the E-Type wasn't just about looks. Underneath that sleek, aerodynamic bodywork beat the heart of a lion. It was the fastest production car of its time, capable of hitting 150 miles per hour. Now some might say I saved the best for last, the Porsche 911, the car that's been giving sports car enthusiasts sleepless nights since 1964. This is a car that's as at home on a racetrack as it is on a winding mountain road. It's the automotive equivalent of a Swiss watch, precise, reliable, and built to last a lifetime. The 911 is a testament to German engineering. It's a car that's been constantly refined and improved over the decades, but it's never lost sight of what made it so special in the first place. So there you have it, 5 automotive legends that have stood the test of time, each with its own unique story and legacy. From the humble Model T, which revolutionized the automobile industry, to the exhilarating Porsche 911, a symbol of speed and precision, these cars represent the very best of automotive design, engineering, and sheer driving pleasure. They've left their mark on history, becoming icons in their own right. And frankly, I wouldn't mind having one in my garage as they embody a timeless charm and elegance. Now I know what you're thinking. Clarkson, you can barely fit in a modern car, let alone one of these classics. And you're probably right, but that doesn't stop me from dreaming about cruising down the road in one of these beauties. Which one is your favorite? Is it the sleek Jaguar E-Type, the powerful Ford Mustang, or perhaps the rare Ferrari 250 GTO? Leave your comment and let us know. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting content on classic cars and automotive history.